Hi everybody, this is Rebecca Lynn Barkley, aka BooBop1987. This is my review for today. And today's review, ladies and dudes, well my friends, this is my last and final video that I will do in the year of 2013. And I will let you know about 2013 itself. It's not a really good year for all the people out there. You know, there's a whole lot of negative signs going on here and there from all the news that we heard of and a couple of the entertainment parts here and there. And there's too many bad negative signs that came in real life, if you know I mean. So, I hate to say it, ladies and dudes, but 2013 was definitely the worst year ever. Like I said, there's too many negative signs here and there. But I think we can go on to the most positive sides I do enjoy from 2013, and it's all the videos that I've done for this year. I don't care which videos that you like that I did for this year. Will it be my movie reviews, my top 10 or 5 list, or my anime reviews? I didn't do much. My quick videos, my bloopers, and so on and so forth. So anyway, without further ado, ladies and dudes, let's head on to my only 10 good questions that I like from all my videos that I did for this year. Plus, for one of them, I'm going to tell you about which Take It fanfiction story that I did enjoy the best. And plus, I will tell you about my honorable mentions that I did not put on this piece of paper. My honorable mentions are for my other videos that I did enjoy the best. Is my movie review of The Dark Knight Rises, my 2 top 10 lists of Brian Mills' famous lines, or my top 10 most favorite Liam Neeson roles of all time. I will say one of my other favorite bloopers is the Michael Collins blooper, and I can't tell which one of my quick videos will fit well as an honorable mention. Maybe my favorite unknown questions that came from Pokemon, I guess, or maybe my unknown questions that I put in part 3. And now, ladies and dudes, those are my honorable mentions. Let's go on to my most favorite videos that I did for this year. So anyway, let's get started on this video. Okay, my first question is, what is my most favorite movie review of all time? I will go with this one. I will say The Grey is definitely my all-time favorite movie review of all time. And I want to thank Liam Neeson for giving me the 2 most easiest movie reviews that I did from last year to this year. My last year's easiest movie review was The Unknown, while this year was The Grey. The reason why The Grey is the most easiest movie review that I did for this year is I did study the storyline, and I did study the most weakest point of the movie. Well, if you guys have or haven't seen my movie review of The Grey, and to tell you the truth is, my movie review of The Grey is definitely my most underrated movie review that I did for this year, because there's nobody out. Well, it had only 35 views, and I want somebody to watch this movie review again. If you please watch my movie review of The Grey, if you want to handle the spoiler or not, please check it out right away. So my most favorite movie review of all time is The Grey. Alright, my second question is, what is my most favorite top 5 list of all time? That'll be pretty darn easy for me too. My most favorite top 5 list that I did for this year is my top 5 best Alan Rickman roles. Like I said about Alan Rickman, he is the most underrated actor of all time, and this guy needs to be overlooked right away, for many centuries to come. Alan Rickman will always be one of my most favorite actors of all time, and, to tell you the truth is, I really do hope and pray in the future, since I said it a few times in a couple of my videos here and there, that I really want Alan Rickman to play a main hero for his own movie. I want to see that happening, so please make it happen, ladies and dudes. And as for my top 5 list that I did for him, it was really, really hard for me to do, but it was kind of easy in so many ways. I worked and tried so hard to pick which one of the characters I do like in Alan Rickman's role. But the best thing I could do is just find him in his supporting roles. Well, I know his supporting roles will always be the best part about Alan Rickman, but I do hope and pray in the future I want to see him in lead roles. Please give him a lead role, for goodness sakes. So, I wish I could say more, but I will say my most favorite top 5 list of all time is the top 5 best Alan Rickman roles. Now let's head on to number 3. What is my most favorite movie blooper? That was frickin' easy. I frickin' love the Dark Knight Rises blooper. Every time I watch that video, it always gives me a laugh. And thanks to that blooper I did, it was based by my idea of when I watched this little short video that came from Jay Leno. And Jay Leno made a really silly idea for a trailer that Liam Neeson needs to play Brian Mills, playing a football coach and doing his Taken line. That was the idea that was based on. And also, I got an idea of how will I do my own Taken blooper thing. I'm going to talk to Ra's al Ghul on the phone, and I will say that quote from Taken, adding a few changes in there. So yeah, I frickin' love that blooper overall, and that was the most funniest blooper I ever done. So for my most favorite movie blooper of all time is my Dark Knight Rises blooper. Number 4. Which one of your quick videos is your all-time favorite? Actually, I got a tie for this one. My most favorite quick video that I did for this year is definitely Part 5 and Part 7. For Part 5, I decided to do a quick video that involves what is your most favorite fan fiction story that took place deep inside of your heart. And I did like a Taken ultimate ending fan fiction story that came from one of my good old fan fiction stories that I did write down. I will never forget when I made a good ultimate ending. Let's add a few funny moments here and there. And as for Part 7, I did tell you about what are my main thoughts for Pokemon X and Y, and what do I think about Non-Stop, Liam Neeson's new film. But to tell you the truth is my most favorite part about Part 7 is what I told you in this. From my second Taken fan fiction story of Brian Lenore's Most Magical Day, and I did tell you about, well, I'm not sure if you saw it really carefully, but that part right here is my favorite part. And I want to ask you guys is, do you want me to read this part again? Or I'm sure some of you will say, no, please don't read that again, BooBop1987. If you read this part again, you will get carried away for real. So anyway, my most quick video I did this year is Part 5 and Part 7. It's a tie. Alright, number 5. What is your most favorite anime review? Since they did not add much anime reviews for this year, I do apologize for that. But I will tell you that my most favorite anime review that I did is the crossover Dragon Ball Z, One Piece, and Toriko, whatever his name is. Overall, that was one of my most favorite animes that I did see for this year, along with Pokemon X and Y. I will say the crossover between Dragon Ball Z, One Piece, Toriko, wherever the anime is called, that was the most funnest anime special that I ever seen in my life. I saw that special a couple of times, somewhere around the end of May, close to the end of May, and somewhere around the beginning of June. I was blown away from the storyline, the characters, the animation, the action scenes. It was so freaking awesome! Hands down! So anyway, ladies and dudes, that's only my first half of my favorite videos that I did for this year. And I'll take a break a couple of minutes as I tell you about my other 5 questions that I will tell you about one of my most favorite videos that I did for this year in the year of 2013. So, I'll be right back in a couple of minutes. Just don't go away.